You've been adamant for probably 8 months now. Don't forget about that. Don't forget about Western Kentucky. To do this, that was a pretty good donation pile. Just how important was that?
Well, first of all, I want you to think about the people that lined up around this corner. Got to see Lance and Oscar and Nadeau, and as we go forward, there'll be other players that they'll get to spend time with. But to wait in that line and then gave donations. One of them must have given us 15, 20 cards. I saw gas cards, and people care. They know, just by the grace of God, that wasn't us. And if it hit Louisville, it had 500,000 people affected. This hit a rural area where, that's why I keep saying, we can do this, and we can get those people back up and running and build houses. You're not talking 500,000 people. I know our governor was just down there. We went down to Dawson Springs. A lot of this will go to Mayfield. So, yeah, but it also gives us a chance. Did you see the poster? I mean, the players that are on the poster want that poster. It was neat. It was neat. And to see, sometimes you forget what this program means to this state. And, you come out and sometimes, you don't realize that, what was there, 3,000 people here waiting in line? I mean, it was around the corner and hot outside. And they say, why did you stay? Because they stayed. So.
It's here since 9 a.m.
Pardon me?
It's here since 9 a.m.
Some of them were here, they were like 3, 4, 5 hours before. I'm like, but like I like to say, these people are crazy and they love it. They love Kentucky basketball. And I just think and I've said this since I've been the coach, when you're in this seat, you cheat the position if you don't step up and help. You're able to bring people together. And there may be some negative Nellies and all that stuff. It is what it is. But here, when something happens, you can bring people together for good. And that's what we're trying to do. And best thing for our players, if you want them to be good teammates, they got to be about others. They got to know that when I do something, and be good-hearted about it, when I do something and I expect nothing in return, nothing feels better. That's why we do these things. People talk about, we do the holistic approach. Well, what, by just speaking? You have to have actions. You have to have these kids go out and do this. And the people that know our program and know me know I've done this since the minute I walked on the campus. Different disasters, different, I can remember Haiti and doing a telethon, and then Superstorm Sandy, and then Houston, West Liberty. I remember going to West Liberty and, having team and, went down to Dawson Springs and did the Samaritan's Feet, gave away tennis shoes with our team. So you're trying to teach them, if you want to be a good teammate, you got to have a good heart, you got to be about other people. And that's the kind of group I have.
And getting across the region, getting different areas of the fan base too. I mean, different areas of the state. How important is that too?
Well, it does too. It lets them. I mean, you don't think these people felt good about giving money to West Kentucky, knowing that it's going to all be matched? So I don't know. No one told me what it raised, but I know this. There was a lot of cash, and who knows what I know there was one $50 gas card. I'm like, now someone back in Mayfield can get a $50 gas card right now. It's a big deal. I mean, we may not realize, but, when I went to Dawson Springs, they told me that there's a lot of poverty in that area. And so any way we can help, all of us coming together, and if it takes the basketball program to bring people together to step up and do this, then we'll do it.
What did you think when you saw that dog after 3 hours?
It was a big dog, too.
Big dog.
But you know what? It was a rescue dog. And if you're into dogs like I am and my wife, I can't even watch the TV when they go to that. This dog is, I just turn it. I don't need, the thought of it makes me ill. So when he said this was a rescue dog, I'm like, well, get them over here. Let's take a picture because. And I told the gentleman, it's a good thing you're doing. That's God's work. So.
Were you able to interact with maybe some fans that were impacted by West Kentucky and like maybe touch them?
No, not really. But it was, not knowing how they can help. This gave them a chance to do it. And if that's what comes of this, that we go to all 5-6 areas, we're doing some community service work on top of this. And if that's what it does, it got people to feel good about giving, knowing what they're helping, knowing this money. Now, the other thing we're doing, you can text. What can you text? You can text, and if you did not come here, you could text to.
You're supposed to be ready.
859
955
8173.
8173. Please put the script up. They can call that number and text that number and give money that is going to go to West Kentucky. So if you didn't make it here or you're not able to make it to one of the other sites and you feel it in your heart that you want to give, there's a way you can do it.
Oscar was joking that his smile ran out after seeing all the fans.
Yeah, well, let
he was
us
still
sit
smiling.
here and try to sign 17,000 autographs.
He was still smiling as he said it, but just seeing the fans again, it's got to be nice.
And Lance and Jacob got sick this morning. He was supposed to be here, and we'll have different guys come because some of them have class on different days. So they'll all, Saturday, I don't know about Friday, but Saturday will be most of the guys. I don't even know where we're going, but I know they're not having class, so we'll probably do it then.
How's the summer been? Just kind of getting in practice?
Busy. A lot of recruiting, a lot of phone calls, but also the practices have been fabulous. You got some vets, you got some new guys, some rookies, and they're all coming together. They're really, I'm using the term, you're either ambitious or you are entitled. This is supposed to happen because I am, that's not this team. They are ambitious. They don't feel entitled and like someone's going to do this for me. When you go to Kentucky, say, I don't have a magic wand. I can't do it. I can put you in a culture that does two things. Develop players. Done that my whole career. But the other point of it is you've got to also build team. You can't just develop players because they got to play games. And so building team has also been part of our culture. And then the third part is building kind hearts, which get them to become good teammates. Our players, Pat Riley said, the best thing about your guys in our league, they're good teammates. Well, they learn how to share. There are other good players. They weren't told you're going to shoot every ball, you're going to start and play 30 minutes. This is, you're going to have to be with other really good players. So I'm excited about the group. You know what? How blessed am I get to coach at Kentucky. And you have engaged fans. And yeah, when you win, they're over the top. When you lose, sometimes they're over the top. But that's part of being a coach here. And none of it bothers me in a way that making it personal. It becomes about these kids. And I've been that way, where I got to look after them. And try to take responsibility for that reason, for whatever happens, and if they win, it's on them. They got it. If they lose, it's on me.
I think you tweeted a couple weeks ago you were supposed to be on the road longer, but you just had to get back into the gym because you like the group. And as you've seen them, how are they looking? And especially, the young guys, the new guys coming in.
Well, they every day I walk in the gym, I got another Jamal Murray. Kaysen will say, "Where's your energy, coach? Come on, Lala." And I just flew in from Spain. He wants to know where my energy is. But it's a good group. Oscar, like we're scrimmaging and then we're keeping stats, and there are guys shooting more balls than him. So the other day I had to stop him and say, "Look," it was one of the young guys. I said, "You may not know this, but he was Player of the Year." And I said, I looked at one of the assistants. Was it unanimous? And he said, yeah, it was. So it was unanimous Player of the Year. Why wouldn't you throw him the ball? He's a Player of the Year. Throw it to him. But what does he say? Nothing. Not a word. So it's fun. I mean, we're fast. Guys can score. We're downhill runners. Jacob's way better. Damien's way better. You know, it's just good to see. CJ's getting healthy. Thank goodness we can start with him now. So
He said he's been Oscar's been shooting some more threes. He's been having fun.
he's been shooting threes and
How do you
handling
feel
the ball better. I told him, if you come back, you have to prove you're a better basketball player. Or why would you come back? Be a second round pick. Be 45. So what? If you want to be a first round pick, you have to, when they watch you, they say, man, he's a basketball player. They can't say he's a rebounding machine. So now you see him bounce the ball, you see him shoot the ball. He's improved. Went home for a minute, and again, that's part of that is all this name, image, and likeness. Being an F1 student, he had to go to Congo to do anything. And so that's why I went to the Congo. He stayed there 2-3 weeks. But I'll say this is a great group, and when you talk Oscar, he's authentic. It's who he is. What you see is, he can't be that nice. No, that's who he is. He can't be that faithful. No, that's who he is. A smile on his face, he wants to do right.
Did you know what you were getting when he transferred here from West Virginia?
Well, I had recruited him. And, you know, it's, again, the way, we weren't going to play him the same way, but I had recruited him. So I knew him as a good kid, you know, so he's done great.
But if he attempts like 5 or 6 threes a game, will you put him on the
No,
bench?
he won't shoot that. But if he makes one, I say don't shoot another one. Make him think that, oh my gosh, this kid can shoot threes. The only way you make your first and miss your next 4, they're saying, what's he doing? So, but I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.